Hello, everyone. I am officially home. I have been for a couple of days. I wanted to let my face swelling go down a little bit. I think I was allergic to the tape or something they had on my face, and they peeled it off, and I had horrible scabs, and my face was swollen for about a week. I ended up staying in the hospital for 6 days. My drain was draining so much, and I was very close to having to have a blood transfusion. Thank goodness I didn't have to have that. But I think you're supposed to have between 12 and 13 or 12 and 14 on your hemoglobin, and mine was 8.7, and they said if it got down to 8, I was going to have a blood transfusion. So that was kind of scary. The other thing that I guess was a complication, if you want to call it that, they had a horrible time finding my veins, which I've always had trouble anytime I've had to give blood or get blood taken or have any sort of test or anything like that. They have a terrible time getting my veins. So whenever I got to the hospital the morning of the surgery, they want you hydrated now, I guess, and I had to drink Gatorade the morning of, so I felt really good and felt hydrated, and they couldn't find my vein. And they couldn't put it in the bend of my elbow because the way you have to lay when you have spinal fusion is you have to lay on your stomach. So I couldn't have any IV in the bend of my arm. So they had to have an ultrasound machine come up with a group of residents and find my vein. And it took 35 minutes for them to finally find a vein. And so it kind of delayed my surgery a little bit. My surgery, I think, was supposed to start at 9, and it ended up starting at 9:30. It lasted until 2 p.m. And then, of course, I got to my room. I think it was around 5 before I got to my room. I've had trouble in the past of being super sick, but they had given me a patch to where I wasn't sick, and so that was fine, and I wasn't sick. They just didn't have room for me. And me being a superwoman that I think I am, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm only going to be in here for 2 days and everything is going to be great. Well, no, it ended up not being great. And my husband, I think, was very glad that I didn't get to come home after 2 days because I was in a horrible pain. The first week, I will tell you, after this kind of surgery is pretty miserable. I was in a lot of pain. I was taking pain pills every 4 hours. I was taking, I had muscle spasms. I'm still having muscle spasms, but I was having muscle spasms really, really bad. So that I had to give me something for that. I had a pain pump for 3 days. That really wasn't working. And that ended up blowing the vein that they had so much trouble with. So then the team had to come back up with the ultrasound and find another vein, and it took another 30 minutes for them to find another vein for me, but they finally did that. But my drain, I don't know, like milliliters or whatever, but they were draining, or they were emptying it probably about every hour, and it was about 420 milliliters every hour. So it was a lot. I don't do well with blood, and it was really making me nauseous every time they had to drain it. But as soon as they would drain it, it would fill right back up. So that was like the most worrisome thing I think the doctor was worried about. He said the surgery went well. If you want to know exactly what I had done, I had a spinal fusion. I think they call it a TLIF. I had a spinal fusion of L4, L5, and S1. So L4 to L5, and then L5 to S1. And then I had a cadaver disc or spacer put into S1. Sorry, that's my dog. And but coming home, it's the middle of February. I had my surgery in February so that I could take off work and not during busy time. But the only problem with that is I'm not really able to walk outside. So I've been walking in my house, and I've been walking at least 4 and 5 times a day. I have stairs, as you can see. I've been going up 2 stairs 4 times a day. That's what the physical therapist suggested. I've been doing pretty well with that. I honestly have less pain. I was having pain down my back and backs of my legs and my hips, and it was just very difficult for me to go up and down stairs. And now, yeah, I'm not having that pain. I'm having, surgical pain. I have 36 staples in my back, and I'm going to go and get those taken out next Wednesday. If I can figure out how to embed a picture of that into this video, I will. I'm not a very good videographer, but I just thought, I would come on and give an update and see if I could help people. It really helped me whenever I was thinking about getting the surgery. I really wanted to learn as much as I could about everything, what everything meant, why I needed surgery, all of that. And basically my MRI, I knew that something was really bad when I did my MRI, that the lady came running out after my MRI and helped me up like a little old lady. And I was like, I'm fine. And she's like, no, you're not. So I'm like, well, something really must be wrong. So basically what happened, I think they call it spondylolisthesis. It's like some big word. Basically, my spine shifted, and my vertebrae went on top of my other vertebrae. Basically, it was sliding down on top of it, which is not good. And there's grade 1 through 4, and mine was grade 1. I did, think about delaying the surgery as long as I could. I'm 51 years old, and I asked the surgeon, I'm like, well, if I delay this, is there a chance it's going to get better? And he's like, anatomy is not going to change, and it's going to get worse, and you're going to be in a lot more pain. He said, you're going to go from grade 1 to grade 4 really, really quickly, and then it's going to be a lot more painful. So my incision is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. My incision is probably 11 inches long. This is my second back surgery. I did have a laminectomy back in 2012, which did, it was because my nerves were decompressed, and it did help at that time. And the doctor said this time that my S1 nerve, my sciatic nerve, basically, and my L5 nerve were so decompressed. He's like, they were really, really decompressed. But now they've got plenty of room. And I think that's where my pain in my leg right now is coming from, is just those nerves coming back. And I apologize, I don't have a stitch of makeup on. I haven't left the house since I basically got back on the 16th of January. And so maybe next time I'll dress up for y'all. But right now I'm wearing my lucky t-shirt, and I just wanted to come on here and give you some information. I've got a lot of tips and tricks that have kind of helped me along the way, that I watched videos and talked to a lot of people. I talked to people who had the surgery, and I don't think not having the surgery was really an option. I think I knew that I had to have it. It was just, when I was going to have it. And, my husband thanked the Lord. Um, Not that, I would ever thank the Lord for COVID, but thank the Lord that my husband's working from home, because I have really needed somebody, especially the first, I would say the first week. You really need somebody here to, help you. And I mean, hell, I can't even put on my socks. Um, I still can't put on my socks. So, and I'm very independent. So, asking people to help me has been very, very, very difficult for me. Um, you can't empty the dishwasher. You can't, you just can't do anything. You can't vacuum. And not that I ever like to vacuum or clean the toilets or anything like that. But, heck, I can't even put a load of laundry. I've got a front load laundry machine. I can't even put a load of laundry in the laundry, But my first suggestion is either while you're in the hospital or right before you go to the hospital, where you can still, you know, be upright and all of that, is to get everything like that you're gonna need, like, your grabber and the bathroom things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need a raised toilet seat. You're gonna need a shower chair. You're gonna need one of the handheld showers. There's just a lot of things that you don't think about that you're gonna need. Even brushing your teeth. You can't bend over, or I can't bend over to brush my teeth. So, I have to have two glasses to brush my teeth. I have to have one to, spit the toothpaste in, and I have to have one to drink out of. And, you just have to get creative. Um, I also have two dogs, and, they have to kind of keep away from me, and they can't really jump on me, and they don't understand that. But, it is, so I had my surgery on the 10th of February, and today is the 21st of February, 2021. So it's been 10, 11 days since my surgery, and I think all is well so far, all as well as can be. So I'll make another update soon, and hopefully I'll look better.